here we are back again. Now, I already recorded this video, so I'm going to have to do it again, which is just great. So we're just going to do a bit of walk around. I'm going to try to cut it down. It was a little bit large, the last video, so we're going to do this here. Now, as you saw in the last video, if you saw it, we talked about prems and incentives to be prem and stuff like that. And we're going to just go a little bit further on this today. So we'll go for a bit of a ride. I'm going to try to make this a bit shorter than the other one because I did ramble on a lot, and lucky perhaps that it actually didn't work. Now, I have been playing another game a little bit at the moment. I'm a bit jumpy here. Every day you log in, you get a little bit of a loyalty kind of advantage. And now, say day one, you get a certain, you might get a certain crafting gem or something that'll help you with your crafting. And day two, you probably get like a bag of things which have some items or something in there. And day three, and as you go on, you see where I'm getting with this. You know, it's just like 30 days, and as things you stay along and log on for a certain amount of time or something like that, you're going to get something better and better all the time. Now, I was thinking, you know, this is something that every game, a lot of games, especially MMOs, do to keep people in the game, get them to log in, get something for it, give an incentive, and give players a chance to get a little bit addicted and enjoy it. Now, for veterans, probably not as worth it for them for this, but it's not really about the veterans. This is kind of about getting players in and trying to keep them longer than what they're actually longer time than they're actually staying for. And obviously we know that we do have a problem with that. Now, I was thinking that something like tools or equipment, or even better, I came up with this thing in the last video that didn't work, that armor. Say, you know, not cloth. We wouldn't use cloth because protection's not too good. Cloth is a bit better for getting the hell out of there. Whereas if we use something like studded, okay, here we go. This is, we go from the start here. It's day one, we get a sleeve. Now, day two, perhaps we get another sleeve. Day three, we get a boot. Day four, we get another boot. See, I'm going with this, and we're getting studded. Now, I find, especially when I've had ults, and I'm starting off, having that extra protection of a good quality. You know, it's still going to be, you know, good quality 70 or 80. That would be good. And that will give you enough protection to survive against things, you know, reasonably, you know. And it's not, if we were to get these things given to us each day as we're logging in, it's not going to hinder us too much because we all know that our gear does take damage. So we're either going to have to, level up our leatherworking or whatever, depending on what pieces of items we get, or we're going to have to get somebody to fix it. So I think armor is probably a good one. Now we could give other things, perhaps some things that probably something that doesn't hinder the economy as much. So tools probably not, but things like maybe grindstones or something like that. I don't know. We should brainstorm about this. Let's get brainstorming, you know. So anything like that. Now, you know, I've only had a bit of a think about it. You know, obviously everyone else can have more of a think about it, and I think that devs should look at something like that. I'm going to put, that's my vault in there. We're going to do something. Let's collapse it. Now, wasn't this turned into silver? I think it is. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Collapsed and turned into silver. Not bad, eh? So, you know, having that across the board is a pretty good idea, I think. Like, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it will hinder the game. No, and these loyalty things, we don't want things that, you know, we don't want to delve into destroying any of the mechanics or anything like that, you know, because that would be not cool. So maybe we'll kill this guy over here. I don't know why you're on my bridge, buddy. Okay, we're actually, I'll give him a bit of a smack. See if we can give a bit of focus. Come on. How about we? Did you cancel my shield bash, you bastard? Oh, sorry for the profanities. No, apparently we're not in the fight far enough. Yeah, go on, buddy, die. You need to. You need to go back to hell. Back to hell with you, hound. Let's give some more. Have we got any here? Yeah, oh, we got some focus. Bring it on. Let's get wild and we'll give him a bit of a this one. Blood scale. If it actually completes. We're gonna. Oh, here it goes. Oh, what? Yeah, it didn't go through. Now that's kind of annoying, I have to admit. Yeah, anytime now. Should have grabbed out the large maul, would have been quicker. Now, I don't want to cheat. I don't want to be lazy. I need to butcher this little fella up. Even though I won't probably keep this up, I'll take the skill. I'll take the skill. So yeah, I think there's definitely some things in there. You know, loyalties are good. Now, loyalties over 1 year to get a spyglass is a little bit like consistency preming for 1 year to get a spyglass. Not only was that a bit insulting, the fact that after that Rolf actually discontinued it. Like, this is not cool. This is where things, you know, games get hurt by things like this. Like, this slaps in the face. You know, loyalty should be rewarded, especially in this day and age. This is not 2006 anymore. There's too many games out there. There's too many people giving incentives to play them. Now, back in the day, there wasn't as many games to play, and you just played them, and that's what you had. But now there's so many games to choose from. The devs need to give incentives for people to play them. You know, people don't play them like they used to. You know, back in the day when games came out 10 years ago, whatever, even a bit longer. You know, we're all young. You know, like it was an era where these games really started coming along, and a lot of young people got into them. But as we grew up and went through and got married and had kids and jobs and stuff like that, the whole thing changes, and we need to move with it. And we need to be able to give incentive to players that can only play a little bit, as well as incentives to players that actually play a lot. Now, obviously, people play a lot and have the time. There's lots of people playing Wurm that can play all day. You know, they don't have jobs or whatever, or they have a different situation, and they can do that. But for the people who can't play all day, if you want the people to play the game, you need to give them a little bit of incentive. Now, this is why I'm talking about this loyalty system at least across 30 days or something like that. You come back. Now, we have had little incentives for people to come back. We had that what was it? Mask of the something or other a couple of months ago, and that was a good thing. I actually reprint my priest just because that was offered. We need more things like that, and I can't see how these can't be done. You know, obviously tracking when people log in each day. You know, clock it at after 12 p.m. or whatever, 12 a.m. and then each day, and then if that character logged in there, then on that day, then obviously we count it as 1, 2, 3, 4 days, whatever. So I think it's not hard. I'm no coder, but I'm pretty sure that you guys can do it. You can do other things, overcome, building in a 3D world when we used to only have one story, or building in caves. You guys can do it. I know you can, devs. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. So I think that something like that will help the game. We need to get players in, because I'm told that numbers are stable. We don't want stable. Company doesn't want stable. We want more players. So we need to give incentive. And I think it's a good idea. Okay, so I'm just going to stop rambling, because we're obviously going for a long time, and I'm going to get yelled at for rambling on and not having things written down and spoken about. But that's the way I do it. Just thought I'd do a bit of a video, because I haven't done one in a little bit. and I like to see that some people are still doing videos, because a lot of people aren't doing them anymore, but I would like to think that I'm still going. Now lately my videos have been a little bit more controversial, a little bit more on topic of what we can do, where we're going, and not just gameplay, which is pretty good. I think it's a good thing to have these discussions. Now I would like everybody to talk about this, slam me in the comments, in the forum posts, whatever, or on YouTube. Just have a yell, get it out people, get it out. And you can vent on me, I am your vent. Anyway, we're gonna leave it there. One last thing I want to say is, now I'm not getting as many views as we used to get, because the amount of players that are actually playing Wurm anyway. Hit that like button. It does help. It really does help me. It doesn't take much, and if you've watched the video, you can at least give me a like. I think that's good. And likes go a long way. So that'd be cool if you could, because I love making these videos, and I love you guys. I really do. I love you. That sounded a bit creepy. Anyway, we're gonna leave it there. We'll see you in the next video. I am going to do a video shortly about a couple of things that I'd like to see in the game, come into the game. So I'm going to probably do that next. So you'll probably see another one shortly. Anyway, we'll see you later, and we'll see you in the next video.